Hello guys and welcome to Hakmen Traders. In this video I'll be showing to you guys which stock should you be buying in the stock market. Now there are plenty of stocks in the stock market that you could buy, but you should pick only those that you see growth in it, that you see momentum in it in the future. Not on in the present moment, but they will grow in the future on the assumption that they will grow. Now buy the stocks those that will grow in the future, not they do not grow in short term like 2 3 days. They grow on a long term basis. So always invest in those type of stocks that will grow, that will give you return in the future, not now. So although every stock gives returns in the future, but these are those stocks that will that you say one type of trading is the day trading and short term trading. Now for short term trading they give you returns in a month or two. So buy invest in those type of stocks, not in day trading. Day trading is something that you buy on the day's lowest and sell on the day's highest. That is day trading. So always opt for stocks that will give you return on a monthly basis, not on a daily basis. So let's get started with the video and let me show you which stocks should you be buying. Now you can see there are plenty of stocks in this market which you could invest in, but I would suggest that you buy in the stocks that will give you return not on a daily basis but on a monthly basis. Now in this stock you can see I did my technical analysis, I did my everything research, my stop loss and take profits in place. So all of these things are in place for now on. Now for sorry about this, got dragged. So so you can see for now I've also my stop loss and my take profit in place. So now what I would do here, now the reason that I've bought this stock is that it was trading for lowest, meaning that very few people were buying stocks in it, like the volume was lower, so the investment volume is lower. So and on the basis of that I've invested in this stock. I've bought stocks, I bought shares in this stock, and I bought shares in this stocks. Now besides, if this stock drops in value, I've invested a portion of my of my money in it. Now if this stock decreases in value far below my stop loss which it did, so I'm going to do averaging. Now what is averaging? I will show that to you in the future videos. Now I will do averaging and I will buy more stocks on the lowest price, and when I buy the stocks at the lowest price, and then I would rise. So rise and make much more profits. Now on the basis I've invested in this stock, always use the 200-day moving average and the Ichimoku cloud. Now these two, why these two? Because if if the stock is trading below the 200-day moving average, there is an assumption that it would rise and cross above the 200-day moving average, and then you could sell at a much higher price. Now the same is for the Ichimoku cloud. As it is trading below the cloud, you can see this cloud is a bit much more heavier, a thick cloud. So you can see that it will cross this cloud and trade above. So these are the two possibilities that will happen. It would, how far will it go down, how far will it decrease in value. So these are some of the things that you should consider, because this cannot decrease in value much more. Like said in the intelligent investor, a stock is less risky, not more, when it is at the bottom, and a stock is more risky, not less, when it is at the all-time high or at the top, of the chart. So these are the two things that you should consider. Now in this area, the stock is at its lowest. So so why not buy at its lowest and wait for the market to go up or increase in value, so that we can sell it for a mere profit. So you can see at this point, it is below 200-day moving average. So always opt for stock that are below 200-day moving. Like, these are the two tricks that I've come up with, maybe two or three tricks that I've come up with in particularly in choosing my stocks. Now you can see at this stock the market is at its all-time high. Let me show you that. KSE, you can see 48,191.26 points. It is at its highest high. So at this point, you can invest in many different stocks, but investing in a stock that is at its all-time high is quite what you call that, is quite risky. So so I picked up some stocks, particularly this stock. This was below the 200-day moving average, like it crashed a bit. So let's wait for it to show us, to see what happens next, whether it crosses this 200-day moving average or not, or it doesn't. So we'll have to wait for it to show us that, to give us an insight of how well it did in the of how well it will do in the future. Now you can see at most of the part, the 200-day moving average, stocks were below and moved up. Again it came back down to this point and then moved up. Now it will rise from this point, because this is its lowest point. So it will rise from this point, and we will see how well it does in the future. Now let me move it, drag it a bit like this. So this is the stop loss. Although you can see it crossed the stop loss far beyond the stop loss, so I'm not going to sell it right now, because there is a support level right here as a. Instead, let me drag it here. How much is it? 10.30. So let me drag it up till here, and let's see what happens next, because this is something that you should not ignore, and you should keep an keep an eye open on this, because this can do anything at any time. So on the basis of three things, like the moving average, 200-day moving average, the Ichimoku cloud, this was also important. And the third thing is the volume. When there are less people trading in a certain stock, like there are certain stocks that the buyers and the sellers have jumped to those stocks for buying and selling, and the volume is heavier in those stocks. Now the ones that are trading for low volume, invest in those, because the traders will come back to this, particular stock, and they will start buying in these stocks. They will be investing in these stocks. So always invest in these type of stocks, because these stocks are worth more than the stocks that you will buy, because from those, they are already at their all time. They will all the bulls have pushed the market so high that only the bears will be withdrawing their profits and selling their stocks in those selling their shares in those stocks, in those companies. So do not try to enter in those, try to avoid these and invest in these type of stocks, like I've just pulled up, because they are already at its lowest low. So how far below they can go. Now there is another as well. I've wrote ANL here, but it is Faisal Bank, FABL. You can see it is at its resistance level, and it is heavy bearish. So I'm waiting for it. If it crosses this trend line, this resistance level, confirms its position at it, and at this point I will invest in it. I will buy more shares and move along with it, because you can see I bought at this level. So I'm going to buy more stock at this point and then sell it even higher, even at a higher price. So let's wait for it and see what happens next in this stock as well, because both of the stocks are important at this point. And you can and in this case, I haven't uploaded 200-day moving average. Now let's do that. Okay, yes, it is already at its slightly above its 200-day moving average. So we will see what happens next in this case as well. So let's wait for it and enjoy the show. And on the basis of three things, you can also invest in the stock market, because these three things are important, and you can invest in those on the basis of these as well. These are my things that I've come up with, so you can do the same as well. And that's it for today. Hope you guys are enjoying my videos and want to learn more about the stock market and the forex market. All I need is to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button and comment down below, as your feedback is valuable for me. Goodbye.